Today is Saturday, January 17th, 2026. My name is Mark Stevenson, and I am conducting this oral history at a beauty salon in Highlands Ranch, one of the first retail businesses that still exist here today, called RAZZ Hair Design.
Right.
At this point, I am here with the first original owner and the current owner. So why don't you introduce yourself? You first.
I am Judy Desnoyer, and
Will you spell that for us, please?
Desnoyers. Desnoyer.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you are?
Linda Milberger.
And why don't you spell your last name?
Milberger.
Okay, at this point, you are a recent owner. When did you and your co-owner take over?
Betsy O'Brien and I took over the shop May of 2025.
Okay,
So just recently.
Okay, so Judy, we're going to start with you at this point. You were the original owner. When did you start here at this location in the convenience center of Highlands Ranch?
Oh, it was 1984. I think May. Was it May? Yeah. So I came with my husband, who worked for Mission Viejo.
What did he do for Mission Viejo?
He was off-site, all off-site construction. So
Off-site, what do you mean by that?
well, they did all of the lots, the underground, the cables, the electrical.
I would call that infrastructure. Is that what you would
Right.
call it?
Right, but
Okay.
their title was off-site.
Yeah. And when did he start with Mission Viejo?
He worked there 15 years, so I'm not real sure. In the early 80s.
Early 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah, the first homeowners moved
it
in.
had to be,
in
before
1981.
84, because I came with him, and he came over to the shopping center, and we got here, and Bud Kimball, do you remember that name? Bud Kimball was a construction guy, and he was doing this commercial. So Rich came to check on it, and as I was sitting in his truck, I thought, oh my gosh, I should just open a shop there. And we lived Oral Ranch. So anyway, that's how it started.
Okay. What was your background prior to this occurrence?
I lived California, did a hair 10 years there. Then we moved to Highlands Ranch, Carroll. And I worked 6 years cutting hair there. So I felt confident to come. And so then we had a contest with all the clients to name the shop. So that's how that happened.
And this would have been 1984, 1985?
84, when we
Yeah.
first moved here.
Do you remember any of the other candidates
No,
for the naming?
no.
And do you remember how you decided on Razzmatazz?
Well, we voted on it, all the
Mhm.
clients. So we had names, voted on it, and then we found out there was some bar in downtown Denver that was a real dumpy, awful place. So I went legally and had, I don't know what that's called, and got permission to have the name and not be affiliated with them.
And so the legal name was Razzmatazz Hair Design at this
And
point.
on occasion, we would have phone calls from angry wives calling, looking for their husbands. And then, of course, a woman would answer, and they'd go, "Who are you? What are you?"
And I remember people would call, yeah, are you in charge of hiring for the band? And it's like, got the wrong razzmatazz.
Wrong
Yeah.
one.
So that was kind of comical.
Okay. So Linda, at some point you joined this organization many years ago. How did you come to do this, and what was your background prior to starting here, whenever that was?
Yeah. Well, I started here when Judy opened the shop. Her first day was my first day, but we had both worked with a man who, his name was Don Hayner, and he worked at the shop that I was working
Spell
at.
his name for me.
Hayner.
Okay. The reason I'm asking that is that eventually the results of this oral history will be transcribed by people at the library. And that makes it easier if they understand the naming and how they're spelled.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he left the shop that I was working at as commission and went to work at the shop where Judy was. And so he and I were friends, and he came back and just said, I have this gal, you have to go to work for her. You got to get into booth rent, and you'll love Judy. And
So we were the first booth rent salon in Colorado.
How was it done prior to that?
Well, I did it in California. So when I came here, commission. So you would get, a percentage of what
Somebody would be an employee and then you would pay a commission based on how much work you did.
So we didn't do that. We started out as a booth rent salon.
Do you recall what was the booth rental cost at that point? Realizing this is 42 years ago.
175?
I don't remember. I didn't pay it, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
175, I think.
But lower than today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was a lot lower then.
Yeah.
But we've been extremely conservative to stay affordable for families. We've not raised our prices sky high, and a lot of salons have. And I think that people appreciate that. And they have continued to come for the 40-some years that we've been here.
I look at your social media portions, and what comes across to me is the family emphasis in particular.
Well, I got that from the Teffers. Jim and
How so?
Sue Teffer were my neighbors, and we're good friends, and they
You were in
clients.
they were in Cairn Carroll originally too.
Right.
Yeah.
They just lived a couple houses over, and so did Craig McCallum.
He was also there too.
He lived next door, and
Mm-hmm.
his wife and I used to carpool and take our kids to school, and anyway, he was a very lovely man, and I loved her to death, and they were very family oriented, and he ran Mission Viejo very family oriented.
We've seen a number of pictures from the 1980s that Jim Teffer and others have shared of all the events they had at the Highlands Ranch mansion, among other locations. And the family emphasis certainly comes across in that. Whether it was the softball game in the front lawn, whether it was the pig roast at an occasion, or...
Well, and all the employees had children, and they brought them, and the kids were all friends, and it was just wonderful. It was...
Yeah. Or the ice cream socials and all the other things, or the 4th of July parades, and you name it. Yeah, very much so at this point. We saw an article in the Highlands Ranch Reporter in April of 1984 when you did your grand opening, and you're in that picture talking about different things that you could help parents cut their own kids' hair or curl it and things like that too at this point. This article indicated that you were the 5th tenant of the first retail presence in Highlands Ranch, which was called the Convenience Center. And that's still the same location that you're in today. That is so unusual for any retail business to be in business that long, with employees working here for that long as well. You starting, Linda, as an employee and now a co-owner as well. Do you remember any of the first tenants that were here in this convenience center when you started?
Well, I think next door we had
Wasn't that the Highlands Ranch Decorating Center?
Right. It was the Mission Viejo.
Mission Viejo.
Oh, that's right. They had a design
They had
center.
a design center here. And then we had a sandwich shop, and then we had the,
Post office.
well, no, the post office was here, but then there was a couple that they had the post office too. They had a
Video store.
the video store,
7-Eleven, of course, our favorite
7-Eleven,
place to go to.
yeah, and a dry cleaners. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wonderful. And there was a bank here too, was there not?
Mm-hmm. It was Norwest Bank, and it was in a trailer,
Mm-hmm.
small trailer. And I thought later, oh, I really was trusting to put my money in a trailer that someone could have taken it away and walked away with all of our money. But
Well, wonderful then. Over the years, I'm sure tenants have come and gone at this point. Any that are notable that were here initially or came
the
afterwards?
little couple that owned the sandwich shop started the shopping center on fire
Here.
here.
How did that occur?
Well, they got in big trouble for all of this, and they investigated it for an entire year. They boarded it up, but it was electrical, and it went up into our ceiling, and the firemen came in and knocked walls and holes, and I was like, oh, what did you do? It wasn't in here, but it was in the ceiling. But then we had 2 floods. The whole shopping center flooded twice. But anyway, the people in the sandwich shop were investigated for sale from Iranian terrorists.
Well, that's pretty unusual.
It was quite scary.
Yeah.
And the FBI came in and checked it out and talked to us, and there was, if you had gone in there to maybe get a soda or something, and these men were in there, they had all the windows closed off, and they would look at you and they'd stop talking, and it was very suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
But
in that initial fire, were you shut down for a while, or you
we were.
continued to operate?
We had to, my husband came in with dollies and took all of the furniture to the 7-Eleven. At that point, it was empty. It had gone under, and scrubbed the walls and toilets, and it was filthy. So the nail salon over here in the front, they came with us, and we all worked in there for about 3 months.
I can't remember how long, but it was.
It was terrible.
Yeah, we had. Well, it worked though. We got to keep
But
working,
you
which
made
was
it.
very appreciative
You
for
made it do.
us. Yeah, she made
Yeah,
it do. Judy was
because-
always good at
yeah,
making things work.
I mean, everybody had children. We were all young families, and they depended on their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They literally had to scrub everything with that anti-smoke. They had to take down everything, wipe all the rafters with all that stuff. They had to repaint every single surface, and it
Wow.
was quite the.
So you've talked about a family emphasis at that point. Talk to us about your initial client profile at this point. At that point, and is it any different today or during the 40 years? Has it changed?
well, the ones that have stayed with us for 40 years, of course, have aged.
Sure.
And so we started out with them and did their children, and their kids graduated and married, and they have children, and they still come in.
Initially, when this started, there weren't that many homeowners in Highlands Ranch in 1984. Where did your clients come from?
Well, I got my children, 2 kids, and some of their friends, and paid them and sent them out to all the homes one by one, and they took coupons and flyers and, to
Now, this was before social media as an advertising.
Yeah, and then there was
Vehicle.
the women's club. I don't remember what it was, but they would go to everyone's home when you're a new homeowner.
Oh yeah,
Like a newcomer's thing?
Newcomers, that's what it was.
That's right.
Mhm.
So we joined that and got involved with that, and
Yep.
that helped. So
That's good.
gave coupons out. So each new family that would come in, they were
Yeah.
introduced to us, and so that helped.
Judy told me when I first started here, your best advertisement will be word of mouth. And that's, that was really, and it's the excellence that you give, and that's really how this place has
Yeah, you do
maintained and
and you're consistent
works.
with your work.
Yeah.
Do a good job and be courteous and polite and kind to your clients, and that's kind of how we've run the shop,
Yeah.
and it's paid off.
What percentage of your business were adults versus children?
Oh, mostly
Either
adults.
then or today.
Same. Mostly adults.
But we did a lot of kids back then because
Yeah.
there were so
Well,
many
they
young
were
families.
young families.
And,
Now
yeah,
they're all
Moving
grown.
here.
yeah, we were big on giving suckers, and
Yeah.
we have toys still. So
Well, we did classes on their bangs
and braiding
and braiding and showing how to use the curling iron.
Mm-hmm.
So the parents would come in, and then it helped them to be able to trim their own kids' bangs. And
Judy, when did you move to Highlands Ranch? You were initially in Ken Carroll,
I'm still there.
and you're still there.
Mhm.
Okay. But your kids went through the neighborhoods that were being developed here in Highlands
Yeah, I
Ranch.
would just bring them over
and
and drop them off and tell you,
said, here, do this neighborhood here.
don't come back
Right.
until you've taken every coupon and given every one to every family.
And how effective do you think that advertising was?
Oh, it was great. And then also, anybody that parked their car in the shopping center, we would go out and put them on every
Flash for their
car.
cars.
Yeah.
Some people appreciate that more than others, but yeah,
Well, it worked, and
that's a good
they
idea.
would give us a try, and
Sure,
yeah.
that's true. Do you still do that today?
No,
No.
I'm too old. I can't do that kind
Yeah,
of
I
stuff.
understand.
we might try. Who knows?
That's true.
Yeah, it does work.
Yeah. So, Linda, what are your first memories since you started here on day one of the first years?
Oh, it was a fun place. It was a very positive place to work, and I had switched from commission to booth rent. And so just that freedom of what it felt like to be your own business person and book your days and just be a part of a really fun shop. Met a lot of new girls, and I was single when I started, and
Yeah. Single and what, 18?
now 20,
Well,
21.
So, when this started, you were the first booth rental employee starting on day one. Were there other employees too?
yeah, there were
Joni,
Joni, Nettie,
Gretchen.
Betsy, Gretchen.
Betsy wasn't here at first. She
All at
came
the
a
same
couple
time,
years ago.
or over a period of
Yeah, how
time?
many did we start with? Did you start with? Judy? It was me, Joni. Was Gretchen here?
Gretchen was here.
Mary,
Mary.
and you and I.
Yeah.
How many chairs do you have now?
We have 8,
8. Okay.
and I think at the time we had 6.
Because the shop didn't go beyond this wall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
When did you start getting competition in Highlands Ranch, and how did you deal with that?
I-
Obviously, word of mouth and advertising.
we really didn't spread over competition because we just did our best work and
Mhm.
made it a place you wanted to come back.
Mhm.
So that was never, and I think competition is good for you because it makes you stay on your toes and do your best work, and
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
that was healthy. Competition was.
Mhm. Okay, we're back with this oral history with the owners and previous owners of RAZZ Hair's Design here in the Highlands Ranch Convenience Center. I'd like to talk to both of you about how you think techniques and tools of your trade have changed over the years. What did you start with, and how different are they today?
When I started, they didn't even do scissors. We did razor cuts.
Tell me about that.
Well, it's a tool. So then, when the scissors came along, I mean, it was just constantly taking classes and going to,
Hair shows.
the hair shows, and we
And-
had Fidel Sassoon.
And where would those
Came
occur? Were these?
Well, this was California.
Well, tell me about that too.
They had very, the best of the cutters, the best of the color people that you could. So we took a lot of classes. And then coming here, the girls and I always went to the hair shows, kept up on everything. And I think that the styles and the cuts come back, and they just give them a new name.
Mhm.
So, you just go, okay, I can do that one. That's been around for a long time, but anyway, that's kind of what I have witnessed.
How often were these hair shows, and where were they
Once a year.
located?
I thought we were doing twice. Was it twice? Spring
Twice
and
a year?
fall? And we
Yeah.
would go every time. We loved it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do them anymore
Well, no,
here.
because COVID. After COVID, it changed everyone's life, as
Well,
we all
let's talk
know.
about that. COVID pretty much started around March of 2020.
Yeah.
And
Yes, it did.
how did that affect your business?
Well, we were survivors, and we would come in and just one client at a time, and we would stay 6 to 8 feet apart. And
Everyone's masked.
everyone's masked. We followed all
But
the
hair
rules.
continues to grow during COVID.
We were shut down for 5 weeks, where they wouldn't let us come in. And then Douglas County was the first county to open up their businesses.
and let us come to
And
work.
I remember it was on a Monday, and
What were the constraints of you opening up?
there really
Well, just
wasn't.
follow the rules.
Yeah,
You
and be
just
clean.
had to be vigilant that you're not going to infect anyone or have anybody come in that's sick. Or
Mhm.
we washed hands, we wore masks, we scrubbed the place down. We had anti-disinfectant everywhere, so everyone could,
Well, that was a tough time, but how long did that occur where you had to operate with those rules?
That was 2 years, wasn't it?
Well, and in the hair industry, you have to make sure you sanitize all your hair, your combs and brushes, and we've done that all along. So, but yeah, it was. People were fearful.
We're very clean.
Yeah,
here.
people were fearful. Some of them were. I had clients that really were worried and would bring in, but we, for the most part, when they opened back up, we were busy. We were.
Yeah.
People came back and they were really happy to be back, and
Mhm.
we were all positioned far enough apart from each other. It wasn't an issue here. So, but we.
We just
We-
made sure that we followed the rules and that people felt safe, and we wanted to be safe. I had a husband who was dying and sick at home, so I couldn't go take COVID home. I mean, I had to be so careful.
True.
Yeah.
Other techniques that have changed over the years.
Well, we've seen a lot. I remember going to hair shows and seeing those vivid hair colors come out, the pink and the blue and the green, and we'd go, oh, well, that's just going to be a flash in the pan, but it hasn't. It has really,
Well,
it stayed.
most people, unless they're young,
The young people
yeah.
have really
Don't
kept
do
that,
that.
going. But we
how
have
did
couple
your
ladies
salon deal with this change in the market?
well, it's always, you do all kinds of people and all kinds of hair. So we've done young, old,
Well, and every time something new would come out, it was exciting
Yeah.
for us.
that's true.
Mhm.
That's
and,
true.
We would figure out how to do it, and so it was exciting. We were never
So did you
intimidated
two
by it.
personally do blue hair and all the colors you just mentioned?
I personally haven't done much of it. No, I had a couple
To
people.
yourself?
Judy?
Oh, never.
Nope.
No,
No,
but
never.
I didn't.
that
But
was not us.
we haven't. No, that really wasn't.
We're very
Shop.
conservative,
Yeah.
and not risk takers. We were always conservative, and if someone wanted it,
Yeah, we
did the research and we did it for them. But
Yeah.
it was not anything we did to ourselves.
Yeah.
I didn't want clients to come in and go, "Oh my God, that's how she looks. Is that what she's going to do to me?" I wouldn't. So.
Well, over the years I've been married 30 years or so, and I've seen my wife's hair change at this point, though her
Yeah.
hair coloring hasn't changed dramatically at this point because of coloring
Yeah.
or streaking or whatever it's called at this point. That didn't happen much when you started the hair salon here in the 80s, did it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah.
did?
Women
So
have
has
colored
that
their
always
hair
been-
all.
No, I know
Yeah.
coloring is
Women
one.
have
Color and highlights
Yeah.
were huge.
Yeah, and the techniques
Still are.
just got
Yeah.
it
Techniques change.
Mhm.
They
And
try
they
and
give them-
reinvent the
They give
wheel.
them new names, and it's the same thing, and you just do research on it, and make sure you're up on the latest and the colors, and the sales reps will come in and tell us all about the new color lines, and so you have to stay on top of that.
It's true. So where do you buy all your product these days? Has that changed significantly, or are there more vendors?
There, a lot of the places went out of business, and so now it's harder for us to get products, and they're a lot more expensive than they used to be.
Hair product has gone
How
up a lot.
important is product sales to your business today? I can see some there in the counter off to the
Well,
side.
Selling retail product is another income stream for hair shops, but mainly we want them to take good care of their hair and use good product, and we have great product, and you just use it on their hair, and you really don't have to hard sell anyone because everybody wants to have whatever we've used to make their hair look good, and it just kind of sells itself from that point on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of other places they can go and buy product, but they'll buy it from us because that's what we're using.
Makes sense.
So,
at this point.
yeah.
Hairstyles have changed a little bit over the 40 years you've been in business. I can remember some periods where big hair that was
Texas
done
big hair.
with permanence probably occurred at this point. Did you do some of that?
Oh, sure.
Perms?
I remember when I started, I would do 3 perms a day, every day. Seemed like perms was my big chemical thing that we did.
Did that take longer to do than just cutting hair?
Oh
yeah.
yes,
Yeah, tell me about that.
It's a couple hours.
yeah.
Yeah.
It had perms were smelly. They have an odor to them.
Mhm.
So I'm sure we had
Yeah.
you walk in here and we smelled like a hair shop.
You go home at night, you could smell it in your
Yeah,
pores,
seriously, it would
on
be
your arms
Yeah.
from even shampooing the chemicals out.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. What else about the hair design business do you want to tell us?
Well, I think we do more than hair. I think we really love on people.
Yeah.
And people go through a lot of hard times, and you love them through it, and
My wife made a comment to me last night saying, some people will tell their hairdresser things that they wouldn't tell
Much
anyone
more than
else.
you ever want to know.
Yeah, and you've experienced that.
Oh, yeah.
oh, they're our friends. I consider my clients my
When they
friends.
need your help and they're so vulnerable. When your hair's wet, you're very vulnerable. And they share.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to trust you and know you're not going to hurt them, or you can't repeat stuff they tell you. You just have to be their friend.
Yeah, this is not like a barber shop where it's a gossip center or whatever.
Well, no.
At all.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about things, and it's fun to have a shop discussion. But yeah, a lot of times we just walk through the door and then we're busy and we're talking to our clients all day, and it's just But we do know each other's clients. We've all come in for so long that hi, how
And
are
we
you?
both have our own separate lives when we go home
Mhm.
because we have family and children, but yet we're here for each other.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't see him on the weekends of my days off because I have stuff to do.
Well, we all do.
Yeah,
Sure.
we all do. Now the girls are having grandchildren, and so our lives are busy with our families, which is good. But we're all very family oriented.
So, going forward, what's in the future? You're the new owner. You're the retired owner.
And
who
when
have
my body
worked in
gives
the
out, I'll
industry
know
for
when to retire. But
50 years. What
So
are your
far.
thoughts?
on what? What am
You're
I
still
going?
cutting hair when you might not do this as often. You mentioned that you're part-time.
I cut back on my hours because I have had some health issues.
Mm-hmm.
So
So that'll continue for a while until something changes.
I know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just leaving it up to God because
So, Linda, you've been here a long time as well. Why did you buy this business?
Well, we just
Well,
it
first of
was
all, Judy, why did you sell it and why did you buy it?
well, my husband died, and I just was overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. That can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it all by myself, and the business, and the taxes, and the big rent, and it was just too much for me. So
Mhm.
the girls took my dream, and it's their dream now.
So, what's in the future with you as the owner?
Well, Betsy and I are planning on, we're looking to hire some booth runners to come in and be a part of our team. And to bring in just, younger stylists to can, keep us up and current with things. The fun thing we've enjoyed about a booth rent shop is we all are here to help each other. You learn from each other. And, I think it would be great for a younger person to come in and become a part of our team and sit and learn because there's a lot of experience that we've all
And
done here for
we
years.
share with each other.
Yeah.
So any
yeah.
techniques and
And we help each other.
information.
Yeah,
we help each other.
Mhm.
which is a huge benefit and a great place to learn too. And
Just like you learned.
that's like I learned.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I sat around and I watched a lot of good hair come in and out of this shop,
Mhm.
and that's learning.
I saw something on social media of a remodel that you did, a video from earlier this year, or plans to say, wait till you see us after our remodel. Do you have remodeling plans anymore as the new co-owner?
We remodeled when Betsy and I took it over. We just had decided that it just would be a good time for a fresh look. You have to constantly do it. Judy did it for years, all the time. Every year she would upgrade something and did that for years. And it just was time for a fresh, and we were very lucky because the owners actually paid for us to have a new floor because Judy had been such
property
a
management
property management.
people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
and
we had been here for so long that they needed to give
upgrade.
it an upgrade and a fluff. And
So they
for
did
the
the floor,
girls.
which was big, and new plumbing, which was wonderful. After 42 years, it
I
needed
can
that.
imagine. Yeah.
And then the rest was just, I brought my little daughter-in-law in here, and she's just like, paint this, do this, So
Well,
we
wonderful.
we just did
looks
a few
professional.
things to freshen it and give it a fresh.
Yeah.
But
We talked earlier about product sales and retail, how that's another income stream. What else do you do here? Other income streams either now or in the past?
well,
I see some things on the counter
Oh,
over
there
there
you
that
go.
look like jewelry, or
yeah. Well, and I
you
have
tell me.
Yeah, well, Judy for years has had people come that her clients and friends of hers that sold.
We had a little boutique,
Mm-hmm.
but then we had the fire,
Mhm.
and that was the end of that. Because everything got smoked, got ruined.
So you
So,
took a
yeah.
loss on that one.
So
I'm
I
sure.
it was just too much for me. But Linda has decided to take it up, and she's doing.
Well, I just have a
Some
friend who
jewelry.
makes jewelry, and sometimes it's fun just to come to the hair shop and just have that experience of, oh, something new. I got a new haircut. Oh, something
That's
new
good.
to take home. Women love that.
I see you have some date booklets on the counter there that your clients can take home and use. Any other little things that you give away to keep your
Oh, at Christmas
your design
At Christmas
your
we
in
do
people's
a whole week
mindset?
of cookies, and we all three give gifts to, little shampoos and conditioners and hand lotions and those. I have those made every year, the little calendars, and we give them out.
Just appreciation for our
Yeah.
great clients, because we're.
That's good.
Yeah.
Clients stay with you for a long time. Tell me about some client, a typical client. How long do they stay with you?
Years.
40.
How do they find you? How do they stay with you?
I've had
Why
them
do they stay with
since
you?
Ken Carroll when I first moved to Colorado, and they're still with me.
And that's not a small drive.
Well, Ken Carroll's not too far, but
Yeah.
we haven't come from Colorado Springs to
Loveland.
Fort Collins and Loveland, and they drive out here. It's
And
crazy.
they find you by word of mouth primarily.
That's how they found us for 42 years. We're
Yeah.
having to realize that that's not the way the young people find hair shops anymore. Therefore, you have to get online and you have to have a presence there. And you need reviews, and we have great reviews. This has been
I saw
a
that.
very high
So
quality
who
shop.
does your social media?
My son.
Your son does that.
Yes.
Okay. Is he the one taking the videos?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I was impressed with what I saw.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for his help, because it's just not
It
something
helps.
we've needed.
Maybe that's
We haven't
just
done
not
it.
your
No,
not your
never
skill
did.
set.
It's
Your
not my skill
set is
set.
cutting hair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And but yeah, people come in here and not only I think they enjoy quality hair cutting and that sort of thing, but they it is a friendly place, and I consider all of the people that I do, I care for them. I pray for them. I help. We support each other, and we remember each other's lives, and it's a giving and a sharing. That's the beautiful thing about
Do
this business.
either of you consider this, in some respect, a spa, where people can come and kind of?
No, it's pretty busy in here when.
It's busy.
Yeah, it's busy. There's good energy, but
Okay.
it gets busy. So it wouldn't be too
Yeah.
spa-like.
Oh yeah, but it's a fun place to come,
Yeah.
and you come feeling like, oh, my hair looks awful, and you leave feeling I feel
Happy.
good.
And then we pass on information.
Yes.
Always, if you need a plumber or if you need a painter, if you
Well, that's helpful.
and we pass on information for doctors, and
That's helpful.
And that's give and
Community.
take. We get
yeah,
Community
and we
information.
recipes. We have
oh my
Highland Ranch
You
mashed
haven't-
potatoes
you
has
haven't
gone
cooked-
around for years.
You haven't come out with a cookbook, have you?
Oh,
no.
we haven't, but we could have.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple just
Who's
prime.
got time for that? Right?
Yeah.
A couple of recipes.
Yeah.
That's good. What else would you like people to know on this oral history about you individually, or collectively, or this hair design salon?
It's just always felt like home, and it's a safe place to be, and it's been fun to watch the area grow, watch Highlands Ranch grow. It's been fun to, just come to a familiar place. I mean, it's home.
Well, and I think people feel safe here.
That's good.
They appreciate our kindness, and
Mhm.
you know,
So, who owns this building now? You're the tenant.
The same man that owned it in the very beginning. I got to meet him and know him quite well. I can't remember his name, but they it sold, and Mission was involved with it because he bought it from Mission Viejo. But I don't know. It's the same property management people that
For a long time, and that's
Oh, yeah.
stable, I take
for 40 years
it. Yeah,
I've dealt
I
with the
think I'd
same.
call that stable.
Yeah.
Any people we know that have been part of your clientele?
Oh, we had a lot of them, and they've moved, and some have passed, and but I can't remember. I don't have my
Some of the original people from the
Yeah.
late 70s, early 80s?
Well, we had a lot of people from Mission Viejo, and Jim Tepper and his family,
You
and
mentioned Greg McCallum.
Craig McCallum.
Yeah.
He was a neighbor of mine. And there's Jeff Kappas and Terry Kuchiznek, and
Kappas has good hair.
yeah,
He has very good hair. We
he's
did an oral history with
he's
him.
a nice young man. And when in the very beginning, when Mission was just starting, Kappas just had gotten out of college, and so he took us on a tour of the mansion. And then he finally admitted to me that it was haunted. And I was like, oh my God, so he had all these stories.
He told me that story too, about the lights that would come
Yes,
on
I mean,
after he was
He
taking
had
care
a
of
lot
it.
of experiences. He was cute. He's a nice young man.
Yes, he is.
Nice young man.
Not terribly young now, but he's done well.
Yeah,
I
married.
think he's the
Well, that's
VP
what's
of sales
happened
for
to everybody.
Shea
We're not
Homes.
so terribly young
Yeah,
anymore, but life has been good.
that's good.
Hmm. I'm grateful that my dream was to do the shop, and it's been successful, and it's been a good place to work and grow up and raise our babies. And I couldn't have raised my children without the help of my clients.
That's true.
They always would share and help us through, the phases the kids were going through, and so it just always felt like family.
You get the final word.
So people that you all know, the Dannies. I still do Carol Danny's hair, and it's been fun to, hear about her kids. Then got married, and now grandbabies, and
Yeah,
get to share
I did
those
an oral
things.
history with Gary many years ago.
Yeah.
When
So
he was one of the first people on the committee, the volunteers, whatever what was it called? The committee that they would establish.
Homeowners, no.
Not the homeowners, but the people who just were there planning the community, whatever. He was instrumental in that.
Yeah.
The activities committee, I think it was called.
they were one of the first people to buy a house out here.
Well, I think Mary Putman. Well, there was also Kay and Philip Scott.
Yes, yeah.
Gary told me the story that at some point he closed on a house first, but Mission didn't think that an employee of Mission should be recognized as the first homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
So Phil and Kay Scott got the honor of that, and they got the cow, and they got the other things that were designated as the first owner.
Yeah.
Where he thought he won was he had the first baby that was born.
That's right.
And
That's right.
Tepper was in competition with that. The Teppers might have had the first baby, but it turned out the Dannies came first.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the honor that they claimed at this point of having the first baby born in Highlands Ranch.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to thank you for all of your comments and insights on behalf of the Highlands Ranch Historical Society. This has been a fun thing for us, and I'm sure people who hear this will be enchanted. So once again,
Thank you.
Thank you.
both to both of you.
It's been a pleasure to own a business here and know the people that live here. And I mean, it's really been a wonderful life for me.
Yeah, they made a movie called that once. Thank you again.